Welcome back. In the previous step, we created an Angular application using Angular CLI and we have launched it up and we saw a clean UI coming up. In this step, what we will do is we will import the project into our favorite IDE, which is Visual Studio Code. Let's get started now. I'm sure you would have the IDE Visual Studio Code installed. We had it as part of our installation section. When you launch up Visual Studio Code, this is the screen you would see. This is the welcome screen and you would be able to see a few help documents. You can see the recent projects. I had worked a lot to make sure that this course is perfect, and you can see other stuff about how you can customize and learn about the Visual Studio Code. If you have some time, I would recommend you to spend some time exploring the IDE. One of the things that I have done is I'm using a specific Visual Studio theme. So if you go to code preferences, if you're on Windows, it's file preferences, you can change the color theme. What I've done is I'm using a light Visual Studio theme. I like it very light so that it appears clear on the video, and you can also see this very well on your mobiles. But if you like dark, then you can leave the default as it is. Now let's get to the first task of this step, which is to import the project in. The thing is, in Visual Studio Code, importing a project in is very easy. Either you can say open folder, or even more lazier way of doing it is just go to the folder where we have the project in. So today is the project, and just drag and drop it in, and that's it. The project would launch up. When the project launches up, you would see the Explorer view. So this view which we are seeing in here is the Explorer view. You can toggle it and toggle it down by clicking this icon which is present in here. Let's open up one of the files which is present in here, readme.md. Readme.md contains certain amount of documentation about the project that we have created. So it says it was generated using Angular CLI version 703. It says you can do ngserve. That's what we are doing right now, and you can use this URL to launch it, and that's what we did already as well. So there's a lot of documentation in here. You might want to check that out. If you want to see this in full screen, so readme is now taking part of the screen and the Explorer is taking some of the part of the view. So you can toggle it by clicking this, or the other option is to use Control B or Command B. So Control B, Command B. So if you're on Mac, it's Command B. If you're on Windows or Linux, it's Control B. So use that and you'd be able to see the entire thing in full screen. So this is something which we'd be using frequently. So I just wanted to make sure that you are aware of that. We'll explore more about Visual Studio Code as we go further in this course. I'll see you in the next step.